Hello, 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 and welcome back, Eagles, and welcome to those joining us for the first time this year. We are excited to see you and excited to start a new school year. So, to start things off right, we want to make sure that we're all on the same page and we know what our expectations for the year are. Okay, now each classroom and each teacher is different, as it should be, because this is middle school, and the same thing with high school. So each teacher has their own set of rules and regulations, and it's up to you to know what they are, but your teachers are going to tell you what they are too. Okay, safety first. Throughout the year, we will have different types of drills, and it is important that you're paying attention during these drills and you're really quiet. So we'll have an earthquake, we'll have a fire, and we'll have a lockdown drill. Now, say it's passing period and you hear the alarms. It doesn't matter which passing period it is. You would go to the basketball court and you would go to your homeroom teacher. And your homeroom teacher, as you found out earlier today, is your first period teacher. So please make sure to stay quiet during this time and you're listening to instructions. Okay, the loop. Now, when you're dropping off and being picked up in the morning, you're going to hear us refer to the drop-off and pickup system as the loop. And it's because you're looping around the parking lot to get picked up. So you're entering from over here. Your parent will loop through this parking lot, and then they'll come up. They'll drop you off in the morning, kind of close to the media center. And then in the afternoon, they're going to pick you up closer to the gym. Then they're coming right back out. Oops. Okay, now, the reason why in the afternoon they're meeting you here is because if they pick you up here, traffic goes quickly and we can all get picked up within 15 minutes really quickly. If they're meeting you everywhere, one, that's not safe if you're running through the parking lot because people are driving and sometimes people aren't looking at every single angle. And two, if they're picking you up at different places, you still have to go all the way through. And now it takes longer because we're stopping way earlier than we need to. So please go all the way to the top and wait there to be picked up. It makes it faster. Okay, there are things at school that are not acceptable to bring to the school at any time for any reason. So let's really make sure we're paying attention to this next part. Okay, now we know that like knives and guns or imitation guns, stink bombs, laser lighter pointers, lighters, matches, shock devices. We know already from years past and present, because this is not our first go at school, right? We know that those things are not ever allowed here. So let's make sure that those are not here. Okay, our next thing is drugs and alcohol items. Alcohol is never permitted, and neither are any e-cigarettes or vapes. Any kind of cigarettes, pills, liquid to put into the vape, marijuana, or even the rolling paper or anything that would help necessitate this process. None of that is allowed on campus. And having any of these items on this page or the other page leads to suspension or expulsion. Okay, now as far as rollerblades or even the shoes with the Heelys, those are not allowed here. It's not safe. You could slip and fall when you have that, so we want to make sure that you have closed-toed shoes. Okay, skateboards without a helmet. You can bring a skateboard and you'll put it in the skateboard rack. You're not holding it throughout the day. You're not storing it in any of the teachers' classrooms. It goes on the skateboard rack. You could bring a lock so you lock it in there as well. If you do not have a helmet, at the end of the day when you're getting ready to leave, the teacher that's doing the skateboard rack is going to tell you you have to get a parent to pick it up. It is part of law that you have to, as a minor, have a helmet. So please make sure to bring it. You can store it on the skateboard rack with it and lock it up, or you can attach it to your backpack, okay? But that's up to you how you manage your helmet, but you got to have one. Okay, and then of course pepper spray is never allowed on campus. Okay, now with your cell phones, in the morning when you get here, you have it on, we know, you left home with it on, but when school starts, when that first bell rings until the end of the day, the cell phones are supposed to be off. They're not supposed to be ringing in classrooms, getting alerts and vibrating and all of that. Okay? Your earbuds should stay home. Okay? Now, with the earbuds, they get lost all the time because they slip out and you can't find it. We're not going to help you find the earbuds. Okay? Leave them at home because once they're lost, we can't find them and we can't locate them. And we are not going to spend time locating something you're not supposed to have here. Okay, so please, please, please leave them at home. Okay, and we don't need to bring any cameras in, but I know we have the cameras on the phone. Okay, but your phone's supposed to be off anyway. All right, so those are just a few of the things for right now, and then we're going to talk about a few more of our expectations throughout the week, okay? Thank you again for following the lines outside for lunch. I know at first, the first few days, it gets a little bit long, but it goes a little quicker as we get used to the process, all right? Also, during the lunchtime, you are staying in your designated area, so please make sure that we are staying and throwing trash away at the lunch area and waiting before we go up to the lower field. We're waiting for our campus supervisor. Okay. All right, well, I will see you a little bit more this week. And again, we are so glad to have you here.